The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the Bigot Army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha! It's the way of life!
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. He knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did
can
I
I
focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so then
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn, why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your phones? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drops, retard. Robocock.
I said little foot guy. That's insane. Shout out to all of you. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, what do we got to do? What do we got to do? We forgot to make ourselves bigger. Oh, terrible. Terrible. We did it again. Hold on. Give me a second. I totally forgot. Every time, man. Every time from Saturday Night Hypnosis, I always forget to enlarge myself. I have to enlarge myself for the brand new week, and I just forget, man. I forget, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going extra large today, boys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Now we got to hug it out, boys. We are extra large and in charge. Let's do this. All right, guys, listen very closely while you're touching each other. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. That's right. I know. Shocking information. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you're watching anywhere else, you're gay. But that's fine. Like the stream. It's Pride Month. It's Pride Month. It's also mental health awareness month. I always struggle saying that. All right, guys, can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking today, man? Listen, we were off yesterday. First Sunday of the month. We are back. Okay, we are back and we are ready to get it going. What are we checking today, boys? We got, let's see, drop Pride Month check. Okay. Bald head check from Toasty. Okay, makes sense. My nuts are too big check says, like, I couldn't even get the name. Hypnotic cheating on Vera Dark with Eve check. Wow, that's insane. Vets Pride Month check. I like that. I like that. Love catching the stream check. Shout out to Nexus. I see you. I see you. What else? We got corporate support for Pride is gone check. Fair enough. Fair enough. What else? Redhead check. I like it. I like it. For proud femboys check. Louis Messina. That's okay. Interesting. The world is healing check. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. Hypnotic impregnated check. That's definitely not possible. Is that hentai in the background check? No. No, it's not. Not at all. Not at all. What else we got? Pander Month check. Sure. Stellar Blade check. Absolutely. We're talking about it today. Sydney Sweeney check. Always. What up? Eve's boobs check. Facts. CIA is on X check. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh my God. JT sperm count check. All right. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Jesus Christ, man. This guy said JT sperm count check. What the fuck? All right, man. Listen, we got to do the Bigot Army roll call. We got to see who is in this chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku urinalists, Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point in time, but no longer do. And people that complain about others having a group chat, and yet they are in multiple group chats that are all based around doxing, harassing, and complaining about the chuds. Make it make sense. We got Jay Sims. We got the K, the Gwinnett Queen. We got Triple J Jr. We got Old Man Cad. We got Allison Blunderland. We got Harlan. Cromarty says, what the fuck? What did we say? What did we say, Harlan? We got Mr. Melancholy. We got Genetic Spore over on Rumble. We got Scott E. Hold on. Scott E says, not sure if it matters, but I've been losing weight, lost 10 pounds from Let's fucking go, Scott E. Let's fucking go, Scott E. Everybody say, let's fucking go. LFG's in the chat right now for Scott E. LFG's in the chat right now for Scott E. Bro. Can't play that too long, otherwise I get copyrighted. Shout out to Scott E. Good shit. Good shit. Let's fucking go. We got Blue Octopussy. We got Dak. We got the Modifiers. We got Valkyrie. Colonel Rub. Oliver Adam. Toasty with the Mosty. Odin Dark 2. Alice Smith. The True Aztec Warrior. Chicken Senpai says he's eating chicken. Shocker. Shocker. Yamato 85. Good luck with that. Pumpkinhead X says Yo Gang over on Rumble. Hypno's Cat. Alucard. Valerian. Fox Hills. Ed. A bunch of numbers. Caesar Velasquez. Mike 17. Beautiful Zexel. Melody Johnson. Hanny. Toxin. Inferno Hell Knight. The Gaming Wolf 87. Snooty Mims over on Rumble with the Black Jesus. Le Romantique Chat Noir. Long time no see. What's up, man? Why you been away? I'm just kidding. You're allowed to have a life. Tanya Raven says, I love you, Hypnotic. Shout out to Tanya. Appreciate it. Gamers Republic. Raven Rainfall. Gloam-Eyed Prince. Colonel Ruv. Felstaff. Angry Wolverine. Louis Messina. Randall the Vandal. Genty Maxi. Ed. Rye Guy over on Rumble. Christopher James. Daniel M. Ermac Rules. Miss Lunatic. Philip. Keijo. Sleeping Nova. Wait, what? ABF just got stuck? Do you mean to say ABF just got struck and not ABF got stuck? Is that what I'm understanding here? We got EB. We got Nexus Nocturne. We got Bert Dag, sorry. We got Black Tailgate. We got The Voice in the Water. Time-Bound Howler. Dementia Sweets. Soul Reaper 2078. Bio T Wolf 19. Gunnar Damas. What else we got? Zeroist. Odin Dark number 2. Allison Blunderland. All right, guys. 4 more people, and that is it. That is all we can possibly do is 4 more people. So don't get mad at me. Genty Maxi. Old Man Cad. Ron DFK. Luck E. EB. Lee Foster. Gamers Republic. Slay Every Game. Derek Smith. Mr. Disaster 2000. Jong 01. Nick Havoc. 556 fucking Tsunami. What's up, dude? Love that guy. Titus Paul. Skibbity Dibbity. Little Kata's Abandoned Love Child. Tiger King. We got Harlan says, let's fucking go. All right, so Harlan's okay. Harlan's all right. Valkyrie. And last but not least, we got Adam Juman over on Rumble. Odin. Nexus Nocturne. Haiku 5. We saying the only magical world that is known in existence. And word, I mean, not world. There you go. Much better. And then Cesar Velasquez, of course. And Estelle Gamer HD, of course. And then Bird Dag again, just because I feel like it. And Gamers Republic as well. All right, guys, listen. Marius, shout out. Duke of Gooning. Oh, my God, this is a great name. This is a great fucking name. Duke of Gooning. That's a great name. And Orc Dictator. All right, guys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member, and let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today, boys. Who's getting the final call out? Come on. What are we doing? Tribal Chief Ganondorf says no Zelda, no Link, no Schaffer, whatever. I never can say that name right. To go down, which goes to Colonel Rub. ×5 down with a tactical orbital strike to remove all shields and enjoy the bright money shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Louis Messina says no Diddy, no Jaffe, no Mercanti, no Slanesh, no Cizesh, Sight Barrier. Nurgle is my protector. Go down ×7. Whoever gets it, hug a femboy and womboy. What the fuck is a womboy, bro? What the fuck is a womboy? I don't even know what a womboy is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, EB. Oh man, EB. And on top of that, too, you were saying taint tickler. I don't know if your taint's getting tickled right now. I really have no idea, but EB. What a comment to get the money shot on. Congratulations, EB. You are the recipient. I didn't do it, man. Listen, the chat did it. The ×7 is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with that. That shit has a really high win ratio. But you are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream, boys. EB got his taint tickled. It's quite tickling. All right, guys, listen. we have a lot we got to talk about today because obviously took off yesterday. So every time I take off, shit just goes crazy. There's so much to catch up on, and we got a lot to talk about. We got a bunch of Stellar Blade stuff we got to talk about. The main Stellar Blade account is sharing some very interesting stuff online. Very questionable things. For a Stellar Blade account to share, it almost makes me wonder if that's even an official account these days. I really don't know. But everybody seems to think that it is. So whatever. We're also going to talk about how people have seemingly found files related to multiplayer and split screen modes that are going to be in Stellar Blade, apparently, which I find to be very interesting. So we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about Smite 2 developer Hi-Rez. I made a video about that today. If you haven't watched it, go check it out after the stream if you want the full breakdown on it. But essentially, they decided to fire their CEO and the majority of their executive branch, which I find to be very interesting. And this was after they fired 120 developers a couple of months back. So we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about Ubisoft's sexual harassment trial. It has officially begun against the former 3 executives. They were at Ubisoft. We're going to talk about Call of Duty getting felted so bad about showing ads in their video games that they removed it, and then they came up with a piss poor excuse as to why there was ads in the first place. And then, of course, we're going to talk about Pride Month because it's, I guess it's Pride Month. You really wouldn't know considering corporations have decided to give up on advertising Pride Month, almost as if they never cared. But Asmongold made a very good video on it. It's like a clip video, 3 minutes long. I want to go over it. It's pretty funny. And that's basically it. We'll talk about whatever other couple of things we can. But there's just way too much going on. There's just way too much going on. In terms of the ABF thing, so you guys are saying ABF got struck, huh? Let's check that out before we get into the pre-stream legends. Let's check on the guy. Let's check on the guy ABF, man. He got struck. Let's see. Yeah, his stream was only 17 minutes long. Interesting. So did he show, let's see, what was he doing before he got struck? Let's see. He wasn't showing anything. He wasn't showing any movie clips or anything. I can't see why he got struck. I can't see why he got struck. Could it be like for the guns? I doubt it, man. He got struck for guns? Really? All I see is him. What? Hold on. So when you say struck, do you mean the stream or do you mean did he get a community guideline strike? The fuck? They probably mass reported him too, huh? They probably mass reported him too. Is that what I'm understanding here? If you show guns, it has to be listed as educational. I don't think that's true because there is so much content on YouTube that's not listed as educational that shows guns. Everybody's saying yes. Oh man, I gotta reach out to him. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that they went after him as well, considering she had a hard-on for him. So I'm not surprised. Again, I want to remind everybody, they're going after all of the smaller creators on YouTube because it's the only channels that they can get a win against. They're trying so hard. So hard. It's pathetic. It's pathetic, bro. It's absolutely pathetic. But ABF will bounce back from this, I'm sure. I'll reach out to him in a little bit and see what he's got going on. We'll see what's going on. And at the end of the day, no matter how many times they report people and get them community struck or whatever, it don't matter, bro. You want to know why? Because they're still unemployed even after that. They're still unemployed. They're still losers after that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyway, shout out to all of the unemployed journalists, former journalists that are in the chat right now watching, because we already know that's happening, even though very rarely do I ever talk about them. Let's get into the best part. She got mad that ABF clapped her on X. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows, bro? But let's get into the best segment on YouTube. Let's get into the best segment on Rumble. let's get into this segment that causes all of the unemployed losers in the world to absolutely melt down thoroughly. This segment is known all around the world as the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money,
wealth,
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash,
money, wealth,
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
Let's go. We got the pre-stream legends, the segment that makes everyone lose their shit. And this starts with King of the Monsters, 1954. With 199, Hypno, don't do it. Don't give me hope about Eve. What hope am I giving you? What hope am I giving you? I don't know. What did I say? What did I say? Was it the not safe for work thing? Or like, what did I? Shout out to King of the Monsters. And then he says for 199, VTuber Hypno with Eve. Just no. With Eve, Jiggle Physics, patch soon, boys. No, absolutely not. No. Stop it. No. It's not happening. There shall be no Jiggle Physics on this avatar. Ever. Thank you. Raging D-Head with a 2. Happy Corporate Pander Month. You know what, though? Again, we're going to watch, what do you call it? Asmongold's video. You're going to realize that's not true really anymore. Raging D-Head with a 2. R.I.P. John Redcorn. R.I.P. Somebody said jiggle your... Who said that? I can't see it in the chat. Who said that? Jiggle your crotch. Wow. Wow, that is insane. That is literally insane. And then we got Old Man Cad with a 10. I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. Also, yes, I still have the flu. Myself and the daughter are plotting to take over the world over cups of Theraflu. Hope you guys feel better. BioT Wolf 19 for 14 months of legendary status. Why did the student sit on the floor to do her multiplication problems? The teacher told her not to use tables. It's unfortunate. Soul Reaper 2078, 13 months of legendary status. Says, what's the difference between a woman and a refrigerator? A refrigerator doesn't moan when I put my meat in it. The fuck is going on here? Toxin with a 5. Nick Calandro blocked me on Twitter. I don't even know who the fuck he is. Damn urinalist. Yeah. He's a funny one. Nick Calandra is a funny one. Let me tell you. I'm sure you can find that out on your own pretty quickly. We got Allison Blunderland with a $10 banger. Says in 2025, I didn't do a marathon. I didn't do one in 2024, 2023, or 2022 either. I tried yesterday, but I missed. I started a band called 999 Megabytes. We haven't gotten a gig yet. Allison Blunderland with a 5. Where did people hang out during medieval times? At nightclubs. What kind of music do elves listen to? Rap music. Well, I don't know if I can handle much of these. Bro. I think I'd rather listen to former journalists sing. I'm not kidding. God. Adair Soto gives 1 Hypnotic membership. Shout out to Adair Soto. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. And then we got Debu. What a $20 banger, and to honor ABF, of course.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Debu. Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you, Debu. Silent protagonist over there. Look at this guy. $20 says nothing. Unbelievable. Old Man Cad with a 2. What is that background behind you? This is the background that I designed and made up for Hypnotic Manga. And I was like, ooh, I actually like it. Let me use it for this. And so I did. And now we're here. And that's it. Archangelus for a 2. What's an interesting background you have? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Allison Blunderland for a 10. Oh, fuck. Did you hear about the guy who drank invisible ink? He's at the hospital waiting to be seen. What did the earthquake say when it was done? Sorry, my fault. Why did the drum go to bed? It was beat.
You fuckers need to repent!
Ron DFK for a 2. Jiggle, 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 hypno. It's not happening. Dorman Psych for 14 months of legendary status says happy heterosexual awesomeness month, guys. Because without us, no one would be here. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you. 14 months of legendary status. What a fucking boss, dude. Thank you. James Zopp for 14 months. Look at that. 14 months of legendary status. Says Jay said it was an auto takedown because of a drone. Yes, I know. I just got the message. I just got the message from ABF that because of the drone clip, it was an auto takedown, which is so interesting, by the way. And then we got Shani, 1034, becoming a member all on her own. Shout out to Shani. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Let's go over to Rumble now. Hold on. Let's check Rumble. See what Rumble's got going on. Rumble, you awake? Rumble, we got Snooty Mims for a 10. Says, this is for Kata. Hypnocast is better than TNT. Hypnocast for the win. Hail chat. Man, shout out to fucking Snooty Mims, bro. Snooty Mims is out here felting Kata. It's crazy. Thank you so much, man. And then we got Adam Juman with $1. Got bad news, but GOG is celebrating Pride Month. Shit. You know who's not celebrating Pride Month? Steam. Adam Juman with $1. Remember, it is PTSD and Men's Health Awareness Month. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Of course. Toasty with the mostly for $1. Rumble says over 800 followers on Rumble now. Let's fucking go. Let's get some LFGs, bro. Can we get some LFGs in the chat for Toasty getting closer and closer to 1,000 followers on Rumble? That is amazing, bro. That is amazing. Shout out to Toasty. Let's keep going down. We got Abhorrent Soul gifting 5 Hypnotic memberships over on Rumble.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. And I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Abhorrent fucking Soul, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You absolute legend. You didn't have to, but you did. Thank you so much, man. You fucking rock. And then last but not least, we got King of the Monsters with a 199. Jiggle Physics Hypno for Pride Month. Hashtag Waifu Hypno. No. I'm telling you, it's never happening. Just like chair streams are never happening, Jiggle Physics, never happening. But I appreciate the desire to want to see it. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we are fully caught up literally everywhere. Shout out to you guys. So let's get into the content. And before we do that, man, we're going to go over Asmon Gold's video. Let's start off there because it is the first stream of Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And the best way to start this stream is to start it off with a hilarious video. So if you guys didn't see this video, it's a really short clip. It's less than 3 minutes long. And it's going over all of the companies that are and are not doing Pride Month, basically. And the numbers dwindling. But I want you guys to keep something in mind really quick as well. Because people seem to have forgotten that last year, not many companies did Pride Month either. Pride Month dwindled hardcore last year because the year before that, they got felted during Pride Month with Bud Light, Target, and all those companies got wrecked. They decided to scale back last year. And so seeing them scale back this year is not exactly very shocking. But this is a video from Asmongold kind of going over the companies that are and are not doing Pride Month related stuff. And I even have a video going over Blizzard and what Blizzard is doing as well. So let's see what Asmongold has to say. And we'll kind of go over it. Here we go.
Let's actually see how many companies are taking advantage of and observing Pride Month this year. Okay. Apple. Nope. Google. No change. IBM. No change. Microsoft. No change.
So really quick. So the Google thing actually shocked me. The Google thing shocked me because Google not doing virtue signaling for any sort of like special month is crazy to me, because Google even last year was doing like the Latinx bullshit, the fucking, Spanish heritage, all that fucking nonsense. They were virtue signaling left and right. But to see them not do Pride Month is actually very interesting.
Xbox, no change. Disney, no change. Target, no change. Starbucks, even Starbucks.
You know for a fact Target was not going to do a fucking thing. Target's like, I'm staying far away from this shit now after what happened 2 years ago. We're just not doing it.
Roached out on the gays? Of all the people to roach out on the gays, you're going to expect Starbucks to do it? Damn. Bank of America, no change. What about Blue?
That was also another shocking one. Starbucks not doing Pride Month is extremely shocking to me. Very shocking to me. I was like, you got to be kidding me. There is no way. But apparently, they're not doing anything Pride related. Very interesting.
Blizzard, no change. What about World of Warcraft? Also no change.
To be fair, Blizzard did release Pride Month merch. So just so you're aware.
It's not a working day? Yeah, but usually social media is managed every single day. Oh, the Overwatch has got to have it, right? There's no way. There's no way Overwatch didn't make any posts about Pride. There's no shot. Sesame Street, Bethesda? Yeah,
Overwatch didn't make anything about Pride. That's shocking.
Here. Wow, they didn't even post anything about it. Check LinkedIn. Okay. It looks like LinkedIn is not making any post about this at all. How about Bungie? Okay. Bungie also no change. Perfect day to test the water if they're
Well, to be fair, Bungie is too busy trying to figure out what they're going to do with their game that's about to flop. To be fair, I don't think they got the time or the resources to be worried about virtue signaling when they just got caught for like the 4th time stealing assets from an artist that basically made their entire game. I don't think they have time to worry about that.
There's any backlash, they can pretend they had the day off, which, by the way, that's exactly what I said was going to happen. Pepsi, okay, Pepsi, no change. Ubisoft, good one. So there's not a single one of these things. Not a single one has changed anything. Okay, let's look at Mercedes-Benz. No change again. Jaguar, still no change.
Not even Jaguar? Bro, Jaguar had the gayest commercial in existence. How did Jaguar not change yet? That's so weird to me. Jaguar's entire identity is being gay now. Why would they not change anything? And keep in mind too, guys, these social media accounts, they're pretty much all ran by like very similar firms, very similar accounts. And pretty much they all have the same virtue signal nonsense scheduled weeks or sometimes even months in advance. They'll have a post scheduled for every single holiday, and they let that post fly when the day comes. Everything is scheduled. They don't do it the day of. It's just already scheduled ahead of time. And they all change their profile pictures and whatnot. But again, keep in mind, just for what you guys are aware of, keep in mind, these companies didn't really do this last year either. I remember covering a lot of this last year and realizing that the majority of the companies that he's mentioning right now didn't change their profile pictures last year either. They didn't do the Pride stuff last year either. If anything, a lot of the gay shit that they did after Pride Month. They did it like sneakily throughout the year, but they didn't actually do it during Pride Month, and they didn't change their profile pictures either. So it's going to be even less now because, look, the simple fact is that, and I'm sure there's activists right now watching my stream for some odd reason. I don't know why. They just love watching my stream. I hope you guys are aware, activists that are watching this stream right now, that these companies don't give a fuck about you. And I'm sure you do understand that. They don't give a fuck about you, and they don't give a fuck about me either. They only want to go wherever the wind is going. So if the wind is going away from your social cause, that just shows that they never gave a shit about you to begin with. They never cared about your social cause. It meant absolutely nothing to them. The company is only going to go wherever they can possibly get some sort of profit or recognition from a virtue signal. Otherwise, it means nothing to them. So this is just further proof that they don't give a shit about you. Zelosi says, can confirm we got 4 dislikes. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's usually about, like, when we're live, it's usually about 6 to 8 dislikes on Hypnocast. And it's always the same people every single time. It's like, bro, just admit you're a Bigot Army member at this point. Like, you're a fucking fan. We love you. You love us. Let's just go. Let's fucking go, right? Let's get some LFGs in the chat, right? But in any case, no, seriously, like, the companies don't care. The companies legit do not care. But see, the problem is that certain people got used to companies pretending that they care. So when they realized that the companies actually don't care, suddenly all of them started melting down about it. They started going crazy. They started claiming racism, sexism, misogyny, transphobia, homophobia, blah, blah, whatever. They all started claiming the same nonsense. Like, dude, welcome to reality, bro. Companies don't care what your social cause is. They never have, and they never will. Unless they're an independent company that's ran by someone who's involved in those social causes, chances are these suits, these executives don't care, bro. They don't care about you.
Wow. Riot? No change. Twitch? Oh, League of Legends. Okay, League of Legends is big gay. All right? Nobody else.
All right, that's not shocking. That's not shocking. League of Legends changed their profile picture. That's not shocking at all.
Else is gay. Halo? All right, let's see here. Halo? Nope, no change. Oh, wait, no, they did do a change. Okay, so Halo made a post. Not only did they make a post about it, but they locked the comments. They posted last year on the weekend. That's a great question. Let me see what day Pride fell on last year. Last year, it fell on a Saturday. It was a Saturday, and this year is a Sunday. Oh, man. Google's homepage?
Exactly. So Pride Month fell last year on a Saturday. So that whole excuse of like, oh, it's a weekend, so that's why things aren't changed yet. Bro, things are still not changed. All right, it's fucking Monday. We have a couple of more posts that were made after Asmongold called everybody out, but for the most part, profile pictures haven't changed. None of this fake virtue sig. Google is still Google, right? Google hasn't made it a one big gay rainbow homepage. Everything for the most part is pretty much just normal, right?
So let me see. Nothing. Actually nothing. Even the Google
Are the gays paying $400 for the skins? Oh, don't even bring that up, bro. Don't even bring that up. When I found that out, I was like, what?
Homepage. Is it just over? Or not really over, but like the mass corporate support for it might.
Look at this. Happy Pride Month snoom fees. You are so loved. What the fuck is a snoom fee? What is a snoom fee? Is that like a fan of Snoopy? A gay fan of Snoopy? What's it? Is he eating a trans ice cream cone? What? Is he eating a trans ice cream cone?
Might be over. Did you just mix up LGBT with gay people? You're going to be really surprised when you hear what that G is for. It's for gamers, actually. It's lesbians, gamers, bisexual, and trans. Yeah.
Oh, no, man. Gamers are part of the LGBTQ now? Oh, no. Oh, no. Is he only checking Twitter? At this point in time for this video, yes. Yes, but I think in another video, he ends up checking other websites and whatnot, which is how he discovers the whole Blizzard stuff.
That's true. We're all LGBT here. Okay. Yeah, I can't keep.
Yo, that profile picture is crazy. That AI picture of Asmongold and Hassan with gay rainbow flags. Oh, man, bro. Who made that? You need to repent.
You believe it? We're not being represented. This is disgusting. Wow.
All right, let me show you the next video. So we also got Blizzard. And I mean, did anybody really think that Blizzard was not going to do something like this? Keep in mind, Blizzard makes Pride merch every single year because why wouldn't you, bro? To be fair, think about it from a perspective of a company that everybody already knows is massively gay, right? Why would you not make Pride merch? Why would you not try to profit off of the couple of morons that are going to buy it? And here's the hilarious thing about all this. For the most part, they really don't even profit off of it. They take all the money that they make and they give it to the company Glad. It's almost as if it's like a fucking what do you call it? Like I don't want to call it blackmail, but basically like extortion. It's like extortion, right? Glad is taking control of all these companies and rating them based on their systems of how inclusive they are. And if you get a bad rating, well, apparently that's a no-go. So these companies during Pride Month, they take the money they make and they donate to Glad as a means of like, please leave us the fuck alone and give us a good score. But anyway, let's check out Blizzard.
Blizzard had to have posted something, right? Big surprise. Blizzard did post something.
Pride Collection 2025, ladies and gentlemen, because that took this took all of like what? 30 minutes to an hour for someone to design, maybe? Maybe?
Okay, let's read some of the comments and see how people reacted to this, okay? That's not Pride. They're all just trans. Pride's meant to umbrella. That's why it's a rainbow. Why are the Pride colors just trans colors? Wait, is that true?
Yeah, so have you guys noticed that now a lot of the Pride stuff is all just trans colors? They don't even bother doing the rainbow. It's gotten to the point where trans has literally taken over the entirety of LGB, at least from a social perspective and a virtue signal perspective. These are not the rainbow colors. These are all fucking trans colors, every single one of them. Look at that.
Yeah, it is.
Every single one.
So trans has now taken over. I'm going to reply. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Pride about celebrating LGBT and not just being trans? Am I crazy for saying this? LGBTQ plus? No. You know what? LGBTQIA 2S. You want to go there? Let's go there. 2S plus. You think I forgot about all of them? Absolutely not. Why is only trans being represented? Rainbow is gay only. It's not even lesbians. I've got pretty bad news for you with lesbians. Lesbians are gay. It's actually crazy how bad the reception for this is.
Exactly 2 years ago.
New Blizzard trans equality shirt says liar in pink. Nice job. What's this?
Oh, yes. I remember this. Do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember this? This was from the year where the Target stuff and Bud Light stuff was blowing up. This was like maximum Pride virtue signaling year, 2023. And this was the merch that they put out. And it spelled liar in pink for a trans shirt. That's crazy. I remember this. This was incredible. That was my face when I realized that as well. It's spelled liar. That is fucking incredible. So anyway, needless to say, the entire point of this is that Pride Month is going to come and go like a fart in the wind. At this point, a lot of companies just don't care anymore. And the only ones that do are the ones that either have nothing left to lose or they're heavy, like ideological companies to begin with. And we already knew that, right? Blizzard with Overwatch. We already knew that, especially since now they're part of Microsoft. Like, of course, Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, all these guys together, they're going to do one big gay fusion dance. And they're going to come out with all this nonsense. But for the most part, a lot of companies are choosing not to do anything. They're choosing not to say anything. And they're not changing any profile pictures. They're not changing any banners. Because, again, 2 years ago, everything would have been changed literally 12 o'clock on the dot on the 1st. Because that's when it will be scheduled to change. And at this point now, ever since last year and now even more this year, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, but shout out to the people that do celebrate it. Congratulations. Have fun, I guess. And stop looking at companies to support your ideology because they genuinely don't give a shit. That's basically it. They don't care. And the fact that people really look at these companies like, please tell me that my social cause is valid. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. And that goes for all social causes. Nobody cares. Shani says marketers depend heavily on AI now, and no one has trained ChatGPT what Pride is yet. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. Let me just catch up on super chats really quick since we're in between. We got Nexus Nocturne with a 2 saying, let's fucking go. We got Will the Fans with a 50. League of Lugabutakas. What the fuck? Equals League of Losers. But Mr. Spanish Coffee, $4.89. Happy Pride Month. I'm proud to be both American and El Salvadorian. Oh, fuck le gay. Deadariah with a 5. They still do. Apple release new iOS themes and watch bands and products is just no longer present on social media, so people can't complain about it. See, the thing is, though, those products that they release, and keep in mind, there's a lot of gaming companies that are releasing like gay skins. I know Halo does it. Halo does it all the time. Every year, Halo does it all the time. They release the gay skins and they release it for free so that nobody can accuse them of profiting off of LGBTQ month. And they just do that every single year, exactly on the dot. It's all automated. It's all automated. It's not like somebody at corporate was like, yeah, let's think about the gays this month. Nobody thought about that. Nobody thought about that. It's literally just automated nonsense. Tommy Doyle for 4 months. Hail Hypnotic had a tough 2 weeks. I'm sorry about that. I was unfortunately let go from my movie theater job due to offensive opinions on movies and pop culture. Were you actually? That's very interesting. Why am I not surprised? I'm sorry about that, brother. I hope things get better. I'm sure you're going to land on your feet really soon, but I can't exactly say that I'm surprised. I'm sure the activists in my chat right now will love hearing something like that. Will the Fans of 125, I'm going to make a gamer pride flag, red and blue with a white controller. Anyone got any other better suggestions? Let me know. Guys, message Will the Fans for suggestions about a gamer flag. Alucard with a 2. I'm a gamer, but I ain't no mag. Censored versions. Shout out to you. And Deadariah with a 2. Also, Google has a blog post on the 1st of June. X Pride. That's now. That's now. I could look that up. I gotta check that out. Let's check on Rumble really quick. Rumble, we got. Let me go down. We got Adam Juman for $1. I got blocked by so many people after PBS decided to celebrate Pride Month. All I said was pride is a sin. Oh, dude, they're gonna block the shit out of you for that. I wouldn't be surprised if the main account blocks you. I still don't understand why to this day I'm blocked by the Assassin's Creed account. I'm still very shocked by that. I'm very shocked by that. Adair Soto with $1. It was all about the money. We know it. They know it. And they just don't want to admit it. These retard activists, people, it's funny at the same time. Yeah, I mean, listen, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. It is what it is. They are seeking validation every single day, all day. And if they can only get it from a company, then they will. That's just what it is. Okay, so let me check something really quick. I love it. ABF, man. Shout out to ABF. I don't think he's watching right now. I think he's busy. But ABF pulled the YouTube classic. I love it. With the finger. My channel is under attack. I love it. I love it, man. ABF. Let's fucking go.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to ABF, man. What a fucking legend, bro. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go into this topic. So we got Call of Duty news. I want to go over some Call of Duty news really quick because this shit is hilarious, bro. I don't know if you guys heard about this, talked about this. This is the outcome of it. A couple of days ago, they talked about Call of Duty apparently was running ads in their video game. Call of Duty, right? The game that charges you for everything. The game that charges you premium price for entry. The game that charges you for a battle pass. The game that charges you for skins. The game that charges you for fucking everything. Was running ads in the game. Now, obviously, people were highly upset over this. People were losing their mind over this. This happened a couple of days ago. And now, a couple of days later, things seem to have changed completely, right? So it says Call of Duty has removed ads from Black Ops 6 and Warzone loadout screens. Now, here's the hilarious thing. They couldn't just say that they were being greedy, right? Because it's never like anytime something happens that doesn't go the way that you wanted it to, it immediately becomes a thing of like, okay, what excuse can we come up with, right? What can we come up with? So TJAP says we're 138 away from tier 1. Thank you, TJAP. So Activision has claimed apparently that adding ads to Black Ops 6 and Warzone loadout screens was a mistake, and the feature has now been removed from both games. Oh, it was a mistake, guys.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
It was a mistake. We're sorry. Oops. Exactly. Oh, I'm just joking. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you ever tell a bad joke and the person gets pissed? You're like, oh, I'm just joking. Why? I should say, you ever tell someone the truth and then they get pissed and you're like, oh, I'm just joking. It was just a mistake. Now, the question is, okay, so if it was a mistake, if that was a mistake, right? How is that a feature in the game, by the way? How is that a feature? When did you design this feature to allow ads to roll in the loadout screens for Black Ops 6 and Warzone? When did that become a thing? When did you do that? Right? I feel like that's a solid question, which leads me to believe that it clearly can't be a mistake. It might have been a mistake by you turning it on a little bit too early, but it's definitely not a mistake that you designed the feature. It doesn't just fucking pop up randomly like that. Much like jank as a feature. Exactly. They're like, whoops. The patent is probably on file from years ago. Bro, I'm telling you, this was not a mistake. So, needless to say, people were heavily upset over this. It says that Black Ops 6 Season 4 added bundle ads in the loadout screens. This was visually jarring for players because they were met with ads for weapon blueprints while trying to edit their loadouts. This was particularly frustrating because the community members argue that they shouldn't have to see ads for a game that they already paid for. This wasn't the only issue in Season 4, as Activision also hit player levels in multiplayer lobbies. Players theorized that the developers did this so that casual players wouldn't be scared away for competing against more experienced users. The devs offered reassurance that it was an error and claimed the same for the loadout screen ads. Bro, does anybody believe these people? Does anybody believe these people in the fucking slightest that what the... Bro, you know for a fact that you're going to try to hide player levels because you don't want the more casual, whiny players to be a little bit whiny about going up against, high level, whatever players. I don't believe a single fucking thing these people are saying. I guarantee you that this is going to become a feature at some point in time. It may not be now because they're going to wait for the backlash to settle down, but it's absolutely going to become a feature at some point in time. I promise you. These guys are fucking ridiculous, bro. So anyway, they confirmed that a UI feature test. It was a test. Why are you testing it? If it's a mistake, why are you testing it? It's because they are going to add it in the future. It's only a matter of time. They even say it here, a UI feature. It's going to be a feature. They're just trying to figure out how to implement it. But in any case, a UI feature test that surfaced select store content in the loadout menus was published in the Season 4 update in error. This feature has now been removed from the live game. They're testing people, bro. They're testing people. They're trying to see what the reaction would be to something like that if they were to do it. And guess what? The reaction was not good. The reaction was not good. Just keep in mind, other games already do this, right? Other games already do this. But you know what games do this? Free-to-play games, right? Free-to-play games already do this. Mobile games already do this. Not fucking full-price AAA games that are charging you for a battle pass and also charging you for every skin that's available in the game. It's totally different. Questions arose over the validity of Activision's statement, but you no longer need to worry about ads cluttering their screens in multiplayer or Warzone. Since this was a test, it's unclear if the devs plan to add it back at a future date. Bro, if they're testing something, then that means they are interested in making it a feature. I don't understand why that is so hard for these shills writing these articles with AI to figure out. I don't understand. If they're testing something, then they plan to add it. It may not be in the same way that it's doing it right now, but they're testing its functionality. At some point in time, they're going to add it. It's fucking crazy, bro. Exactly. And then they're going to charge you. Abhorrent Soul. Oh my God, he's so right. Abhorrent Soul is so right. Then they're going to charge you, pay an additional $20 to remove the ads from the game. Yes. Yes. You are so unbelievably right. It's sad, but it's true. So, in any case, I wish that I was able to cover this when it first happened so that way the follow-up story would make more sense for people, but it's fine. We have the conclusion to the story already. This is where we're at, and they removed it from the game for now, but listen to me closely. When I say the following, they will absolutely add these features back into the game. It is only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. All right, let's catch up really quick. We got Oh Man Cat for a 5. What is a gay skin? Like boas in bright colors? Like a rainbow Master Chief, like Spartan armor, basically. Angelo Lopez with a 5. It's that the case for the G? I'm a double GG gay gamer. Happy base pride month. Not all of us are radical. Yeah, I know that. I know you and Denarier. I know especially. But unfortunately, there are people in your community that want to make it all about themselves. Denarier, speaking of, for a 10, happy Men's Mental Health and Vets Month. I'm happy to bury pride. I'm so sick of having to pass people in their fetish gear on streets. Also, I'm done sharing my birthday with main pride event in London. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Denarier. Appreciate you, man. Much love. We got James Ott with a 2. We accidentally stole your wallet, but put it back. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Let's get to the next topic, man. So we got now, check this out. You guys remember this story? So a couple of months back, I talked about Ubisoft. Apparently they have former executives, 3 of them, I believe, that are having a sexual harassment trial that was levied against them. Well, now it's officially a trial now. Now it's actually in trial. It wasn't when we first talked about it a few months ago. And this one's pretty huge because they were claiming that Ubisoft, the company that loves to virtue signal, the company that loves to pander to everybody and everyone, apparently was complicit and knowledgeable about certain things that were happening in the workplace with these 3 executives and tried to sweep it under the rug, apparently. So now the trial has officially begun, and I wonder if Legal Mindset knows anything about this. I would love to know or see him like react to this stuff. But Ubisoft's sexual harassment trial has begun in France officially. The trial against 3 former Ubisoft executives who are accused of sexual harassment, attempted sexual assault, and psychological abuse has begun in France. Sergey, Tommy, and Guillaume were all in court in, I don't know how to say these fucking words, bro. Bobigny? I have no idea, which is just outside of Paris, to begin the proceedings for a trial set to run through the week. During the case, 3 men and 6 women will testify about what they experienced from the 3 men during their time with the company. Back in 2020, when the allegations became public, Ubisoft CEO said that the company would be committed to implementing profound changes across the company to improve and strengthen our workplace culture. You know what's so ironic? This was back in 2020. This was back in 2020. You also know what happened in 2020? 2020 was the year of DEI. 2020 was the year where workplace DEI became rampant everywhere. It almost makes you wonder if they adopted these workplace culture practices in order to hide this nonsense that they were, basically complicit in. It just makes you wonder. The trigger event, yeah. Well, that and George Floyd, I'm sure was a trigger event for Ubisoft as well. I mean, to be fair, George Floyd was a DEI trigger event for all these companies. 2020 is where DEI begins. I wouldn't say it's where it begins. I think it's where it became powerful. That's what I would say. I would say it became powerful in 2020, and it lost its power by the end of 2023. And in 2024 and 2025, everybody just started making fun of them at this point. Descriptions of, look at this. They got to put a trigger warning. Warning, descriptions of harassment, assault, and general abuse. Bro, come on, man. Are we seriously this triggered that we can't even talk about a public case without people losing their mind over it? In any case, I already went over all of this before. I just wanted to give you an update. If there's any more information, obviously I will bring it to you. But as of right now, this is where we're at, and they're officially under trial. Okay, let's talk about Smite 2, and then we're going to cover the Stellar Blade news, which I know is what everybody wants to hear. So, I made a video about this today. If you guys haven't watched this video, please go watch it after the stream. I would greatly appreciate it. But this particular studio, High Res Studios, the one that's behind Smite 2, they pulled something that is very different from what all the other studios are doing. So all the other studios are firing their developers left and right. They're firing developers left and right? Now, at this point, they decided that instead of firing their developers, they're going to fire their CEO and other executives as well. So they decided to go after the executive suite instead of the developers. Now, keep in mind, because I go over all this in the video. I go a lot more into the video. Keep in mind, it's not that all the developers got away scot-free, because Hi-Rez actually fired over 120 developers a few months ago. Just to let you guys, just to show you how bad things are. So they fired over 120 developers a few months ago, and now they're firing the majority of their executives and their CEO. So things are clearly not looking good for this company. Right? I think it's safe to say that Smite 2 is in a lot of trouble. Now, I never played Smite 2. I played a lot of Smite 1, and I actually enjoyed Smite 1 for a while. But then eventually I just ended up leaving and going back to League of Legends back when I played League, way back when. But I never played Smite 2 because I just didn't have any interest anymore. But to be honest with you, I'm not surprised to hear this, because a lot of people, if you look at Smite 2 and look at the reviews and what people are saying, there's a lot of problems with this game. A lot of problems that the first game didn't have. But in any case, let's read a little bit more about what's going on. So first revealed on social media by former Hi-Rez employee, the studio has let go of President Stuart Chisholm, executive producer Travis Brown, and another senior staff member known as Radar. The news was then confirmed on Reddit by Alex Cantator, who said that he is now leading the development team at subsidiary Titan Forge. Unfortunately, there were a handful of layoffs in senior management positions only last Thursday. Cantator, under his username Kilgoon, bro, this guy's name is Kilgoon. This guy's name online is Kilgoon. Okay. Stu is transitioning away from Hi-Rez as part of this. Travis and Radar will also affect it, as well as two folks in senior management on the Rally Here side of the business. I am very sad to be losing all of them. So now, at this point, it makes you wonder what's going to happen, right? Are they going to add new leadership? Or are they simply going to run with a skeleton crew? Because if they're going to run with a skeleton crew, I don't know how they're going to continue to do what they have planned to do, which, according to them, they want to release a new champion every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, they want to release a new champion to the game. So that's 2 champions a month. That's a lot of champions to balance, bro. Like, I don't understand how they're going to do this. I really don't. I'll show you exactly where he says that. Hold on. As far as the future of Smite 2 and Hi-Rez, Cantator said that the core mission of the studio hasn't changed, nor has anyone else directly working on Smite 2 been affected. We will continue to focus our efforts on improving the core game and new player experience while adding more gods at our current 1 per 2 weeks pace, he said. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't see how they're going to be able to do that, considering all the developers they lost, and now they're losing executives. Now the leadership, the leadership issues and stuff are now being passed down to lower level developers that are not executives and that are not CEOs, but they're going to have to do the job anyway. I think that's pretty wild. Not all of the champs from Smite. Well, okay, so this makes sense. Thank you, DMAG. Thank you, DMAG. Not all of the champs from Smite 1 are in Smite 2. Okay, so that makes sense. It doesn't make sense from a game perspective because it's like, all right, so why would I play Smite 2 when I could just play Smite 1 with better champs, more champs, but whatever, anyway. So all they're doing is transferring champions over. So I guess they can make one new champion and then transfer over one previous champion, and that's how you could get 2 a month, I suppose. So, hey, listen, bold strategy. Let's see if it works out for them at this point. But again, keep in mind, back in February, Hi-Rez held layoffs that impacted roughly 70 people. Most of those layoffs involved people working on Paladins and the original Smite game, while Smite 2 remained the studio's priority. So they fired a lot of people, bro. So we'll see what happens with Smite 2. We'll follow it up and see if there's any more information that comes out in the future. But as of right now, it is not looking good. If you want the full breakdown, go watch the video after the stream. I have that video live on the channel right now. Make sure you go watch it. All right, we're going to catch up on Super Chats. Let me check Rumble really quick. All right, perfect. We are fully caught up. All right, let's get to Stellar Blade. Ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys are not aware, we got a bit of a funny story. Let's talk about the funny story aspect of Stellar Blade before we get into the multiplayer and split screen mode segment of Stellar Blade, because it's actually pretty hilarious. So Stellar Blade, I don't know if you guys are aware, but the supposed main Stellar Blade account, okay? The supposed main Stellar Blade account has been caught posting some questionable things. posting some questionable things on Stellar Blade, okay? Stellar Blade social team caught reposting not safe for work things on X, right? So out of curiosity, I went and I checked, like, what did they post that was so bad that you have people saying certain things, right? And needless to say, it's fucking insane, okay? I can only show the safe part. Right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show the safe part. No, it's not her knees. Okay? So Stellar Blade posted this picture, right? On their main account. Okay? He says, "Nah, it's cool. We're not complaining." I'm sure you're not complaining. But see, here's the thing, though. The journalists are going to take anything they possibly can to try to tear down this video game. They tried it before. It didn't work. And now it's about to release on PC, which is the platform that pretty much everybody's been waiting to play Stellar Blade on. So I just want you guys to envision something really quick. This is Eve, obviously, and you're seeing her top half. Right? This is only half of the photo, as you can see, from the bar being half empty. If I were to scroll down, that would be highly problematic. That would be highly problematic. So we're not going to do that. Is she pooping? No, she's not pooping. That would be highly problematic. So needless to say, the journalists have took it upon themselves to now try to, basically insult Stellar Blade for reposting that. And keep in mind, by the way, the Stellar Blade account show on Rumble can't do that because I don't know if you guys are aware, but YouTube can and will ban you or do things to your account for things you do off platform. So this is why I keep everything the same. Stellar Blade again, they're attacking Stellar Blade, and they're trying to draw this up as like this big thing. They're trying to draw this up like this big, huge thing, right? Big, huge problem. Oh my God. The Stellar Blade account reposted this not safe for work material. By the way, just keep in mind, even though the picture is hardcore and it shows like, you know, body features, it's not actually nude. There's no actual nudity to it. So, I mean, there you go. But in any case, he says it was inevitable that this would happen, given how much the Stellar Blade social intern reposts cosplays, fan art, and screenshots from the 2024 post-apocalyptic action epic. On X, Shift Up social media team has publicly reposted a not safe for work shot of Eve from Stellar Blade, most likely by accident. Well, if it was by accident, it would have been removed by now. It would have been removed by now. Like, this is so not a big deal. This is so not a big deal. It's not like Eve is literally fucking naked, bro. You know what I mean? But again, anything that the mainstream media can do to try to drum up negative press for Stellar Blade, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it, right? It's straight up nude. It's not nude at all. It's not nude at all. If you look at the picture, it's not nude at all. Like, just because you see some features doesn't mean it's nudity. Like, we got to make sure we stick with definitions here. It does not. It shows the feature, but it's covered. It's literally covered, bro. Like, guys, nudity has a meaning. No clothing. That's what nudity means. Now, don't get me wrong. It's obviously sexually implied. I feel like that's obvious, right? But it's not nudity. But in any case, let's go down. So the image that the team reposted is fan art from a user named Naughty Cafe, whose bio marks him as a not safe for work artist. The image in question is a custom drawn image of Eve, the game's protagonist, in her skin suit outfit, but it's a little more revealing than Shift Up likely ever intended it to be. I mean, to be fair, the skin suit outfit was pretty damn revealing from the same point. I feel like the skin suit outfit is called the skin suit outfit for a reason. You know what I mean? It's like, but again, skin suit doesn't mean nudity. I just want to make that very clear. But hey, people could argue about that. That's fine. So that's that story. Again, I don't think it's anything. I think this is literally a nothing burger that the journalists want to spur up because they know, again, keep in mind, guys, they know that Stellar Blade is about to release. They know Stellar Blade is about to release, boys. They did the same thing a couple of weeks before Stellar Blade released with the hard R nonsense, and they're doing it again. They're doing it again. They didn't talk about this game for a fucking year, and now all of a sudden they're going to talk about this game. And then keep in mind, too, this person admits that the Stellar Blade account reposts cosplay, fan art, and all of the shit nonstop. So if you know that the Stellar Blade account posts all this stuff, then surely this is not the first time that you've seen anything that's even remotely revealing on their Twitter page. I'm sure if you go down their Twitter page and you look at all the stuff that is reposted, I guarantee you there's going to be some interesting stuff there. So to pretend like this is something shocking now, I think it's ridiculous. But again, they're doing it because they know the game is about to release. They know that. So let's talk about something a little bit more interesting, right? Let's talk about this. Stellar Blade apparently has had multiplayer, right? Multiplayer and split screen modes discovered by modders. Now, this is very interesting to me, okay? I wonder if this is actually going to be a thing in Stellar Blade or not. I don't know how you guys feel about multiplayer in Stellar Blade, but I think the idea sounds interesting, sort of. It just depends on how they implement it. The PS5 Stellar Blade release went down like a treat. It sold well, and now it's coming to PC. Ahead of its new port, modders have had a look through the Stellar Blade files and seen that co-op and multiplayer might be possible for those wanting split-screen spectacles. Stellar Blade's PC demo is doing well, and it bodes well that the game's audience is likely to grow ahead of an officially unannounced but known Stellar Blade 2 sequel. The game received a lot of attention for its excellent debut, and a PC release beckons. We're still days away from its PC port. However, this hasn't stopped modders from rooting through Stellar Blade's files and finding some juicy details. The Stellar Blade Brazil fan account posted a video of modded footage. The translated message said the following: the modder found references to multiplayer in Stellar Blade's files. And in this video, with a second Eve spawn, the screen surprisingly splits into two, as if the game was prepared for local co-op mode with two controllers. That's insane. That is insane. A second Eve does appear in the video. Additionally, when she appears, the screen splits into two, confirming the possibility of split screen multiplayer. So I can't show this. I can't show this because this is data mine stuff, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to link it in the chat so that you guys can check it out on your own. I put it in the Rumble and in the YouTube chat. You could check out the video, but apparently they've already done it. They've already done local split screen co-op with Stellar Blade, and that sounds pretty fucking interesting to me. That would be actually pretty amazing. Or if they have like online play, I think that would be pretty amazing too. I just would be curious how this would be implemented. Like, would you do the general campaign? Would you do the campaign with that? Like, can you do the campaign entirely co-op? That just seems I don't know how it would be implemented in a game like that, because playing Stellar Blade, I never once felt like it needed co-op. Unless maybe they introduce some sort of like a boss rush mode that has co-op in it. I don't really know, but that sounds interesting to me. Let's scroll down really quick. Plus, the modder also shared a picture of the file names. It shows various assets with multiplayer in the name. It's unclear if Shipped Up has only toyed with the idea, it was a test that was accidentally left in the game's files, or it's a sign that official multiplayer and co-op support is inbound to the game. You can see a versus mode. A versus mode in... I don't know about that. A versus mode in Stellar Blade. I would rather see a co-op mode or a multiplayer mode where you can maybe play as some of the other characters in the game. Or maybe you could play as special characters that are like, like 2B, for example. You could play as 2B. I think that would be cool. Can you imagine 2B and Eve together in the same game? That would be wild, right? But I just don't see how that would be possible. I don't see how that would happen. Yeah, this might be true too. This might be true too. Magdi says they might be co-op testing for part 2. That's also possible. Because I'm sure the games part 1 and part 2 are going to share very similar, everything for the most part. So maybe they're going to be experimenting for part 2. That's also a possibility. Cyrus says, I've seen that video. Okay. Rule 34 will give you that. Fucking guy. Look at this. Dave says, Eve plus 2B equals pure spank bank. Nobody would ever complete the game. Nobody will ever complete the game. If you have Eve and 2B in the game at the same time, bro, you're going to see both players just standing still. And it's going to be like awkward voice chat. And you'll be like, bro, why you not moving? And another guy's going to be like, bro, why you not moving? It's going to be so awkward. Yeah, to be fair, I prefer single player also in a game like this. I just got to be real. I hope that they don't make it so that in the second game, it's based around co-op. I hope they base it around single player still and maybe add co-op as an additional feature in some way, shape, or form. But I would really hate if Stellar Blade ends up being based around co-op. I feel like that is inherently against the idea of Stellar Blade and what it was. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. What's up, Sonia? I guess we shall see. Don't talk to me right. It'd be so awkward. Bro, do me a favor and climb that ladder and slide down about 50 times. Oh, shit. That's exactly what would happen. That was exactly what would happen. T-Jab says we're 93 away from tier 1. Thank you, T-Jab. They're going to be like, bro, listen, can you do me a favor? Just go up and down the ladder, but make sure don't hit the ground. Don't hit the ground. And just, if you could do it quickly, like instead of 50 long times, can you do it 100 short times? That would be great. That would be great. All right. Well, that's basically it for the Stellar Blade news. Like I said, we don't know what's necessarily going to be happening here, but I think that it's pretty safe to say that this could be a possibility in the future for the second game. I don't think it's going to be in the first game, me personally. Let's cover one last topic since we got some extra time. Something that I find very interesting that's about to drop, supposedly. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but 007 First Light, which is apparently a new James Bond game, is going to be revealed this week, supposedly. I wasn't even aware of this, and I find this to be very interesting. 007 First Light, the new James Bond game to be revealed this week. Project 007 from IO Interactive now has a name and a reveal window. In a post on social media, it was announced that 007 First Light will be revealed this week. Earn the number in 007 First Light, a new game by IO Interactive. The post reads, mission brief is headed your way soon. Stay tuned for more information. Now, people, I already know what people are going to say. Is it going to be woke? Is it not going to be woke? Who fucking knows, bro? Who knows exactly? See, how woke will it be? I have no idea. Maybe it'll be a female 007. Maybe not. Maybe, yeah, exactly. Maybe instead of James Bond, it'll be Jane Bond. Maybe that. No other details were given as part of the tease. There is past information to go as far as what 007 First Light will be. In a 2023 interview, IO Interactive CEO Hakan Abran said that the game is the ultimate spycraft fantasy. The game will be a third-person action. Thank God it's third person, bro. Thank God it's third person. I know there's going to be people out there that are going to want a first-person 007 game. I know that. But thank God for its third person. I would be much more happier with third person. Ultimate spycraft fantasy. The game will be a third-person action game with an original James Bond who isn't based on any prior movies or actors. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That is sus. That is sus. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A new and original James Bond who isn't based on any prior movies or actors. Guaranteed he's black, bro. I guarantee he's black. Probably. Let's see the silhouette. Let's see the silhouette. Hold on. Let me try. I can't open this picture somewhere else. What the fuck? Why can't I open this picture? I can't. I don't know. Oh, here we go. It's also expected to be a more scripted experience than IO Interactive's Hitman games. A more scripted experience than a Hitman game. So it's going to be very linear, probably. With Summer Game Fest taking place on Friday. Oh, we're going to react to that. It seems as though that could be when the reveal of the game will take place. Insider Gaming will be in Los Angeles for full coverage of the event. Oh, you little shills. And will bring any and all news surrounding 007 First Light and all the major announcements from the weekend. These guys are so happy. You know what makes it feel so good when they say that? Like, yeah, we're going to be in LA because we are Access Media and we got invited, chud. That's exactly what's going to happen. I can't open this silhouette for some reason. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture. 007 First Light. Let's see. Oh, he's not black. He's not black. Nope. Nope. He is not black at all. I'll show you right now. Hold on. Not at all. Yeah, that's not a black guy at all. Not at all. Unless the silhouette is fake. Which it could be fake. He's Indian? Yes. Yeah. Listen, not with that hair. Not with that hair. Look at this hair, bro. Look at this hair. That's not Indian. He is definitely going to be gay, though, for sure. Jason is right. Jason is right. He's definitely gonna be gay. That's the villain. You know what? You got me. You got me. It's possible. It's possible. We'll see. He'll be gay and Latinx. He's definitely not going to be a Latinx, bro. Nobody cares about Hispanics, bro. The virtue signaling to Hispanics always ends bad, so nobody ever does it. They only virtue signal to gay people and black people because those are the ones that love it for the most part. They don't virtue signal to us, man. They don't give a fuck about us. 110% he's the villain. Yeah, listen, now you guys are making me think this is the villain. I don't think this is the villain, man. I think this is James Bond. He will have blackface? Oh, maybe. Maybe. No, that would not be his license plate. He looks like Rick Astley. Can you imagine if this like Rick rolls you and then it's a black James Bond? It's a giant Rick roll. That would be amazing, to be honest with you. I think that would be really clever marketing. I mean, it would bomb, don't get me wrong, but I still think it would be amazing. Where's his suit? It looks like he's in casual wear. You can tell by his hands, he's a white guy. This is definitely a white guy. Nice watch. You could tell. White guy equals a villain. True. It would be the best Bond if it was Rick Astley. Maybe. You think this is deception? It'll be Jane Bond. You know what's going to happen? So the trailer's going to start off with this, right? The trailer's going to start off with this. And the supposed James Bond is going to be walking towards the screen. And then the shadow in his face is going to disappear, right? As he gets closer to the screen. And then out of nowhere, he's going to look left and right. And then he's going to get kicked from someone off the screen. And he's going to go flying, right? And then you're going to see a female Jane Bond. And then it's going to, I'm telling you, it's going to happen that way. It's going to happen. This is the villain. And he's going to be knocked off the screen. And then the real James Bond or Jane Bond is going to show up. And it's going to be Bella Ramsey. It's going to be Bella Ramsey. Oh, this is terrible. Bond will die and his trans daughter will take over. Oh, that's terrible. We're never going to get to the end of the game. That's horrible, bro. Why would you even say that? Potato Bond sounds about right. So anyway, I'm curious. I'm curious to see about this. I do love James Bond, but you know, I have very little faith. So I would love to be proven wrong, though. Can't wait to see the trailer, and we're gonna react to the Summer Games Fest if they do it live. We're gonna definitely react to that. So stay tuned for more. Stay tuned for more, boys. Stay tuned for more. All right. Let's see if we have any super chats we have to catch up on, and then we are going to finish out the stream and get into the waifu battle. Boys, we covered every topic, man, in an hour and change. In an hour and change, bro. Every topic. That's amazing. Talk about structured. You guys are awesome. We got Allison Blunderland dropping a $2 super sticker. Thank you, Allison Blunderland. And then we got Old Man Cad with the $20 bang.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Old Man Cad. He says, let's freaking go. Stellar Blade will be modded, and there is nothing anyone can do to stop it. Jiggle physics are the bomb. Eve booty time. Shout out to you, man. Old Man fucking Cad. And then we got Sonochi with a 2 acting like Eve getting DP'd or some shit. Bro, I mean, that's exactly how they're acting. That's exactly how they're acting. And to be fair, that's how they acted when everybody was running around in her skin suit when the game came out. The journalists were melting down about people enjoying Eve in the skin suit. So it's not exactly very shocking to see them melting down over something similar a couple of days before the game releases. It's not shocking, right? We got Gray Ghost with a 5. Says 2B and Eve is a fusion of cheeks. Everyone's keyboard and controller will be perpetually crusty instead of their socks. It's amazing. That is amazing. Shout out to you, man. And then GDR with a 2 says Mount Lady for the win. Shout out to GDR, man. Thank you so much for the 2. I appreciate you. Do we have anything on Rumble? Let's check Rumble before we continue. We have nothing on Rumble. All right, shout out to you guys. Let's get into the waifu battle. And keep in mind, today is Battle of Champions because we were supposed to do it yesterday, but I took off and we didn't get to do it Friday. So today is Battle of Champions. That means a former champion is coming back to try to take her belt. And let's see if that's even possible against the rising legend that is Camilla. I don't know what she's doing, bro, but she is killing it right now. It's insane. All right, boys. Waifu battle is here. Now, if you guys missed the last couple of waifu battles, man, I don't know what's going on with this girl, but she is absolutely killing it right now, man. Camilla has been destroying it, and we're going to try to, I don't know, figure out what to do to possibly stop her at this point because, honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know. Where the hell is my Camilla picture? Why can't I find my Camilla? There we go. I was like, what the hell? Why is it MIA? All right. Well, anyway, the current champion is none other than obviously Camilla, ladies and gentlemen. She's been killing it, bro. Killing it. Tiger King for 189. This is how journals market the game. I don't know about that. Nexus Nocturne for a 2. Love catching the stream. Great time all around. Shout out to Nexus Nocturne, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate the 2, and I'm glad you had a good time, brother. Thank you so much, man. That means a lot. All right, so let's go over the rules of engagement before we get into the waifu battle, boys. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu. But the only way it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat, it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the wife you forgot to put the first time, then I will make it count. Rule number 2, you can vote for any waifu, regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Camilla, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on stream at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? Tiger King says, what's with the donos? Is this like a Monday Smash JT stream? Ouch. Ouch. We got compared to Smash JT. Ouch. Listen, man, if people don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. We lose the streaks. Who cares? We're only at what, 50? I think. Are we at 50? Yeah, 57? God damn. We're at 57 tier 2s in a row. Holy shit. All right, boys. Let's get into the champion. All right. Now, listen. This champion needs absolutely zero introduction. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against the one and only Camilla is going to be none other than the one and the only, no longer banned, back from the gulag. We got Eve, ladies and gentlemen. Start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Camilla or is it going to be Eve from Stellar Blade, back from the gulag? She's back from the gulag. Where's Crimson Jet? I don't know. He hasn't been here all day. Yamato for 2 says, Eve, let's freaking go. Bro, he just absolutely blew his load. Absolutely. And Eve's 100% going to lose. 100%. And then she's going to be banned for life. She's gonna be banned for life. 100%. Back from the goon lag, boys. It's been a long time. It's been a long, long time. A long, long time. Exactly. I finally freed her from the jail. Exactly. Comics Dad channel for a 5 on Rumble says, Eve, let's fucking go. I'm here from finishing my new stream, but I forgot to raid over from the damn stream to here. Sorry, Hypnotic. I'll get you next time, man. Queen Comics Wife will hit you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. Comics Dad channel. I appreciate you, brother. You legend. And then we got Nexus Nocturne for a 2 says, let's go for Camilla. Fair. Fair. Oh, there. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. There he is. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. Crimson Jet for a $200 Red Boy Mega Banger says, Eve, hands down, let's fucking go. Oh my God, dude. And it's crazy because everybody said Crimson Jet was going to vote for Eve. Everybody said it. Everybody said it. Wow. Bud with a 5 says Eve. Shout out to Bud. Mr. Melancholy with a 2 says Eve. King of the Monsters 189 says Eve, Eve, Eve. Silver Bullet Like It with a $20 banger says Eve, gotta vote for my bae. Wow, this is a bloodbath. This is not normal. BioT Wolf 19 with a 5 says Eve, I hate you, but we'll vote for her when her game coming to PC. Respect. The Murboth with a 5 says Eve for my sci-fi curvy waifu. Blackguard with a $20 banger says Eve, bring back the Korean bombshell again. I think that's pretty much happening, sir. Apocalyptic Gaming for a 2 says Eve, let's go. And then we got Deadeye's Lock for a 5 on Rumble saying Camilla, split for Eve. Damn, he couldn't even give the whole 5 to Camilla. That's rough. That's rough. Oh my God. Eve is destroying this right now. What is going on? What is going on? Is there going to be a plot twist at the end? Because the last time Eve lost, she got felted by multiple chair shots. So you might be thinking Eve is going to win. What the fucking troll super chat is this, my guy? GDR with a $100 banger says, Mount Lady, this some bullshit? Bro, give it to Camilla if you're gonna troll. Oh my God, bro. What is this? What is this? Silver Bullet Like It with a 10 says, Eve again? F it, I would vote for her any day. Holy shit, my guy. And then Justin with a 20 on Rumble says, Eve, I want $10 for now and $10 on layaway for the next time she is up. You agree to this gaslighting? No, I did not. No, I did not. That's a 20 for Eve. That's a 20 for Eve over on Rumble. Bro, GDR, man, what the fuck? All right, we got to take Eve off the screen. What the hell is going on, boys? Let's bring up Camilla on the screen. She's been our champion for quite a while now. Let's see if anybody is going to save Camilla and make this happen, boys. Is it going to happen? Rumble says Eve 100%. I can't not vote when my waifu is in the battle. God damn, bro. What's happening? Dragon with a 5. Eve, make the journos cope and seethe. The Majinai with a 5. Eve. Y'all don't know about Eve in the warrior nano suit with the 2B haircut. Hashtag goon or us. That's insanity. The ears are on, boys. We apparently hit tier 2. We went from no tiers to tier 2, saving us again for 58 tier 2s in a row, boys. You guys are insane. Exactly. Look how sad she looks. She's like, come vote for me. Look at her. She's like, come vote for me. Don't you like my boobs? Come on. She's sad, boys. Don't let Camilla go out like this. Don't let Camilla go out like this, man. We got GDR with a $20 banger. Says, Mount Lady, are you doing Griffcast tonight? Most likely, sir. Most likely. Most likely. Because my video for tomorrow is already edited and ready to go. I just got to upload it, but should be fine, my good man. You should be fine. Come hang out with us tonight on Griffcast, man. We got and fucking vote for somebody. GDR. Still for the like it with a 5. Eve, you know the former Kotaku urinalist is coping and seething somewhere in NYC. Man, let her do whatever the fuck she wants, but I don't care about that fucking woman. Crimson Jet for $100 Red Boy Mega Banger, says Eve. I was going to ask how much to return Eve. Glad I didn't skip. Shit. I wish I would have known. I would have been like 1,000. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was planning to bring her back when the release of Stellar Blade was getting closer, but she was banned until then. Thank you so much, Crimson Jet, for the insane $100 Red Boy Mega Banger. He's trying everything to ensure that Eve wins. If there's anybody looking to troll right now, this would be the time. We got Damaj and I with a 2. Eve meant to say hashtag goons are us. All good, brother. All good. Thank you so much for the 2, Damaj and I. We got Daniel Penny, the Xeon Supreme Leader, for a $4.99. The Xeon Empire and I, the Supreme Leader, wish you all a happy June Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Besides that, $5 Stellar Blade Eve. Unfortunately, it doesn't count because Eve is not first. It's the rules. But yes, I agree with the message. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. You're amazing. You're amazing, but it doesn't count. GDR with 10 memberships, bro. What 10 memberships during the Waifu Battle? 10 memberships during the Waifu Battle. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. GDR, the fucking legend. Thank you so much, bro. Is chat willing to throw Camilla to the Waifu graveyard? Looks like it. It looks like it. Everybody's turning their back on Camilla right now. The Mervoth for a 2. Eve, this ain't a felting. It's a fatality. It's pretty bad, bro. It's pretty bad. Mr. Spanish Coffee, 189, says Eve. Blackguard with a $20 banger. Says Eve, at this rate, and barring some chair shots, Camilla's getting felted by GDR's troll votes from Mount Lady. That's rough. Bro, honestly, I can't. I can't. Look at what he said. If you do 300, I will match. Who are you talking to? Who are you challenging to drop 300? What is going on? BioT Wolf with a 5 says Camilla just because the game was okay. Oh, shit, man. And then Deadeye's Lock for a 2 on Rumble says Camilla, her and Kagero will always be my waifus of Fae. I say Fae. Fire Emblem Fates. I read it so fast. Justin with a 2. Eve for no other reason than purple hairs are for old, post-menopausal women. All purple hair fuckers can't get hypno more plantains than pork. That's insane. Abhorrent Soul for a 5 says Eve. Shout out to that. King of the Monsters for 189 says Eve for the homie that didn't put it first. Shout out to you. All right, boys, listen. This is it. Mr. Spanish Coffee, 189 Camilla. I can't dump purple-haired angel. It looks like everybody else is. All right. Guys, you got 30 seconds, man. You got Sonia's screaming, nah, fuck that. Camilla for the win. I don't know. She's way behind right now, but it could still be anybody's game. This is it. This is it. 5. Is Eve going to come back or not? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Complete and utter silence and destruction. Silence and destruction. The chat has decided that they are going to abandon Camilla. Not a single chair shot came in. If anything, Silver Bullet Lycan's $5 didn't count, but it doesn't matter because it went to Eve anyway. Mods, count it up. Count it up. Feed the ducks in the meantime. Holy crap, dude. Holy crap, dude. GDR with a 20 membership banger. GDR with a 20 membership banger. Shout out to GDR, man. I'm going to play an extended goon clip. Just give me 1 second. Uno momento, please. GDR, the absolute fucking legend, bro. Thank you so much. I'm just changing up something really quick. If you want a membership from GDR, please make sure to say thank you to that absolute legend that is GDR. And Crimson Jet holding it down for Eve. That man was like, you know what? This is what it is. Blackguard was in there. Everybody was in there, bro. I'm scared to see the numbers, man. I'm scared to see the numbers. I can only imagine. All right, I got it. Let me take the names off the bottom. GDR, Crimson Jet, all you guys. This one is for you, sir. Shout out to all of you guys. GDR, Crimson Jet, thank you so much. That's insane. And then we also got a $50 banger as well with GDR's 10 memberships on top of that, which you already know what that means. Shout out to GDR for that 10 membership banger. And then we got 20 bangers all over the place. GDR, Silver Bullet Lycan, Blackguard. All you guys, man. Let's get you some ABF real quick.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Thank you guys so much, man. You guys are insane. You're insane. All right, let's see. The numbers are in, boys. Oh my fucking God, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Holy shit.
Wow. Wow. All right. Wow. Wow. So Eve did $470.47 against Camilla with $13.49, which means the winner and the new Waifu Battle champion is none other than Eve, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, bro. Let's do it one more time, boys. One more time. Damn. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, the coping and seething shall commence.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Eve is going to go backstage where she will face off against a new waifu challenger tomorrow, Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss it or you're gay. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. All right. Abhorrent Soul for a 2 on Rumble says, get felted, Sonya Lisette. Eve wins. Damn, bro. Calling out Sonya? Calling out Sonya? You know you love Sonya. Stop it. All right, guys, listen. We are... What the fuck? Dragon for a 2. Camilla got felted, and Carmilla is a garden tool? The fuck? Anyway, shout out to Dragon for the 2. We are, again, going to be doing most likely a Griffcast tonight. So join me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I ended it a little bit earlier today because I had to catch up on stuff, get ready for Hypnocast and whatnot. But now that it's done and we're all good and ready to go, most likely will be a Griffcast tonight. So if you want to hang out with us, please make sure you do. Join Hypnotic Live. I would greatly appreciate it. Special shout out to everybody who liked the stream, commented, spammed the chat, and super chatted. I greatly appreciate you. And shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. But I am out. I am done. I am gone. And I will see you hopefully tonight. And if not tonight, then I'll see you tomorrow, either 5 p.m. for Griffcast or 9 p.m. for Hypnocast, whichever works. Come hang out, as always. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you get.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog or her cat was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her naked gay. Fuck baby gay, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a queenie and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! 'Cause that's all we fucking know! 'Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.
I bring life.